see. I don't think we're live yet. Okay, we are live. Welcome. So we're experiencing some little difficulty today, I think. The setup just seems a little different. Hope you can see us, but welcome. My name is Keri, Headsweats Ambassador. Excited to be here with you this morning with my assistant, Rachel.
Hi.
Happy Wednesday. I just want to thank you for tuning in again. We love having you here with us each and every week. We have 2 more sessions this week and next week of yoga for runners. So make sure to get on your mat and join us. Before we begin, I want to let you know that I just published a blog on the Headsweats page about why yoga is important and how it will help your running and why it's good to incorporate into your fitness regimen. So be sure to check that out. In the meantime, let's get this party started. We have about 30 to 40 minutes of some yoga fun. Make your way to child's pose. Come onto your mat. I should mention actually before we begin, if you have blocks or something nearby, go ahead and grab them. As runners, you probably have a roller, so maybe grab that instead. Whatever you have, if you want a pillow, grab whatever's accessible for you. But coming into child's pose, your knees are wide, and you're going to draw your butt back to your heels. Arms are going to extend out in front of you, and you're going to try to bring the third eye towards the mat. We'll take a few moments here as we kind of settle in, right? So whenever we start yoga, we kind of start with a little grounding pose. We want to feel connected to the earth, and we all want to start to begin to just tune into our breath. So just slowly beginning to inhale and exhale, releasing any tension that you might be feeling, particularly in the hips in this pose. So just letting go of anything that isn't serving you. And just start to breathe here. Perhaps set an intention for your practice today. We're going to work on balancing again. Our peak pose is going to be our eagle pose. Maybe your intention can be about soaring like an eagle or feeling free, finding freedom in the poses, finding freedom in the movements, things that feel good. So just take a few moments here to kind of breathe and to set that intention for yourself. Knowing that in this moment you are exactly where you're meant to be and nothing else matters. I just want to clear something off the screen. Take a few more inhales here and exhale. Now start to walk your hands over towards the left. So begin to get this side body stretch. Noticing if your right hip starts to pop up, think about drawing your right hip back towards your heels and breathe here. So as a reminder, Rachel's super flexible, and that might not be the case for everybody. So certainly as we move this morning, find ways to modify or do things that kind of feel good for you. And don't compare yourself totally to what Rachel's doing. Not only has she been practicing yoga for many years, but a long time, but she also is looking flexible. So just kind of meet yourself where you're at. On an inhale, bring your arms back through center, and exhale, allow your arms to come over to the right. Notice if your left butt cheek starts to lift. Think about drawing your hips back to your heels, breathing here, feeling this side body stretch. Take a few more breaths. If your butt doesn't come close to your heels, you're welcome to grab that pillow or that block and slide it under there as well. As you inhale, bring it back through center, come back up, and then start to lift up, walking your hands in. Shimmy yourself over to one side, make your way onto your bottom. So we're going to come onto our back. Lower down. Give yourself a little squeeze. Start to rock a little bit side to side. Breathe. Now release your feet to the mat. You want to be able to graze your heels with your fingertips. We're setting up for our bridge pose. On an inhale, start to lift your hips high. Press into your shoulders, press into your feet. Just hold here. If you want to up it a little bit, you can take your block, place it in between your thighs or that foam roller. Think about wrapping your thighs around the block. You can also slide the block under your bottom. If you're feeling a little bit more tired today or a little bit more fatigued, that's a nice supported bridge pose. Wherever you are, you're going to take a few more breaths. Now, you want to probably lower your hips down, but you're not going to. You're going to keep those hips lifted. And you're going to start to lift your hands up overhead. Palms face the ceiling. I can't get this video right. Taking your left hand at the finger break, like Rachel's going to demonstrate, draw your fingertips back towards your forehead and breathe here. So start to breathe into your wrists and your forearms. Now keep that active engagement in your glutes. Squeeze that block, lift your hips a little bit higher, breathe. Take another breath on this side, feeling that stretch in your wrists and forearms. And then we'll switch sides, grabbing a hold of the right hand of the finger break, drop back. Breathe into this palm. Notice if your hips started to dip down, can you keep them lifted? Can you think about wrapping the block or just squeezing, engaging the glutes? Take another breath here. And then go ahead and make fists with your wrists. And just start to roll them out in one direction and then the other. Breathing. Always remember to breathe. Sometimes we forget to breathe. And the breath is really what's going to help you and support you throughout your practice. Release your hands by your side. Take another inhale here. And as you exhale, lower down segmentally, upper, middle, and lower back to the mat. Remove the block. Nice job. We'll take one more bridge pose. You can keep the block on the side. On an inhale, start to lift up. And then on an exhale, start to just lower down, hovering. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Give me 3 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower to the mat. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock a little bit side to side. So since our peak pose is eagle, we're going to incorporate that eagle kind of movement throughout our little flow this morning. So release your legs and extend them towards the ceiling. Point and flex your toes. Roll out your ankles a little bit here. Now cross your left thigh over your right thigh. It can be a single wrap. You can double wrap by bringing your left toes behind your calf, whatever is available to you, or it might just be that single wrap. Keep everything knitted in. Take your hands, interlace them behind your head to start here. Take an inhale. As you exhale, start to lift your shoulders up. Think about keeping your knees over your hips, squeezing your thighs together. Your shoulders are lifted off the mat. Make sure you're not pressing, or yanking on your neck, that your head is pressing into the back of your hands. On an inhale, release your shoulders back down. On an exhale, lift back up. On an inhale, lower back down. On an exhale, lift back up and hold. Nice work. Next inhale, release. Adding on to here. Exhale, come up. Take a little twist to the left. So think about lifting off your left shoulder. This shoulder kind of wants to plug down to the earth, but really keep it lifted. Squeeze your thighs. Nice, Rachel. This looks great. Inhale, bring it back to center and release your shoulders back down. We'll do 2 more like that. Take a breath to prepare. Exhale, come back up, twist to the left. Stay high off your left shoulder, squeeze the thighs, activate the feet, energize everything. Nice job working those side obliques. Bring it back to center and release your shoulders down. 1 more. Exhale, come up, twist to the left, stay lifted. Nice, get off that left shoulder. You've got this. Inhale, bring it back to center and release. We're not totally done yet with this side. We're going to incorporate the arms. You have the left leg over, left arm under. So we'll have the eagle arms and eagle legs. Now take your hands and fingertips and bring them to the back of your head. Take your toes, allow them to touch the floor. Take a breath here, inhale. As you exhale, meet to center, crunching elbow to knee. As you inhale, release it back down. As you exhale, crunch elbow to knee, inhale, release. Exhale, crunch. That's 4. We got 6 more. Here we are for 6. You've got 5. Breathe for 4. Last 3. We've got 2. Last 1. Hold. And then inhale, release. Nice job. Keep your legs where they are. Release your arms and allow your legs to fall to the right. Take a little spinal twist. Nice job. Good, Rachel. How do you feel? Great. Did you feel those?
Yeah.
Good. Rachel loves challenging core. She gets a little frustrated when we don't have really strong core work or abs. We've been doing a lot of core recently and a lot of weighted sit-ups. So it's fun to change it up a little bit. But core is important, and having a strong core is what's going to support you and stabilize you throughout your practice, which is one of the reasons why if you visit Empower Yoga, you'll notice that we do core in the beginning of our practice for that reason. Good. Now bring it back to center, uncross your legs, and we have the other side. That's 3 slow, 3 twists, and then we'll pick up the pace a little bit. So take your hands, interlace them behind your head, cross your right leg over, single or double wrap, what works for you, and take a breath, inhale to prepare, exhale, come up. Be mindful here, we're holding to center. Keep your knees over your hips. The tendency is to want to draw them in. Now, your ribs are pulling in and your low back is pressing into the earth. So if I come around, I can't get my hand underneath because she's really suctioning in. Sometimes I make a little noise like to really know that everything's pulling in. Inhale, release back down. Exhale, come back up. Nice work. Head presses into your hands. Inhale, release. Exhale, come back up. Nice reach. Good. Inhale, release back down. We'll add the twist to the right. Exhale, come up, twist to the right. Get high off your right shoulder. Good. Keep those elbows hugging in. Stay lifted. Be mindful of those knees. I know so much going on. You're so strong. You've got this. Inhale, bring it back to center and release it back down. Exhale, come up, twist to the right. Nice work. Inhale, back to center and release it down. Exhale, come up, twist to the right. Inhale, back to center, release it back down. Now take your right arm under left. So now bring your hands to the back of your head or behind your head and your feet to the floor. Take a breath in as you exhale, coming up through center. Tap elbow to knee. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift up to center. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. That's 4. Inhale, lower. We've got 5. You've got 5 more here. You've got 4. Tap elbow to knee. Nice work. We've got 3. Last 2. And last one, hold it center, hug here, yes. Inhale, release it back down. Unwrap your arms, allow your legs to fall to the left. Take a spinal twist. You can goal post your arms, you can extend them out. Nice work today. As we go, if there's any questions, feel free to add them in the comment section, and I'll be sure to get back to you at the end of class. As you inhale, bring it back through center, hug your knees back into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze, rock and roll up and down your spine, and come back and forth, make your way to a tabletop position. So your shoulders are going to be over your wrists, your hips are over your knees. We're in this quadruped position. Good, so take a look, Rachel stacked. Just be mindful and gaze back, nice work. On an inhale, belly drops, chest pulls through, cow pose. Hold here. Think about your collarbones smiling. Shoulders are drawing down, crown of the head is reaching. As you exhale, round your spine, cat pose. Pull the belly button in. Find the rounding of the spine. As you inhale, cow pose. Nice work. And as you exhale, cat pose. Take a few on your own, connecting movement and breath. And you can add any kind of creative movements here that feel nice. So yogi's choice. If you want to circle your hips out or wag your tail a little bit side to side. Rachel flipped the direction of her palms. So just on the top of her hands with fingertips touching your knees to get a little bit more of that forearm stretch. So whatever feels kind of nice for you, there's so many options. Be creative and do what feels good in your body. We'll come back to a tabletop position in 5. Last 4. Tabletop in 3. In 2. Tabletop in 1. Rachel, you might need to walk up just a little bit up your mat. Good. Extend your left leg long behind you. Good. And then bring your left leg out to the left side of your mat. Nice work. Plant it onto the earth. Nice. Now start to sink your hips back towards your heels and just take this nice little like hip opening stretch. Arms are extended. Now Rachel can bring her chest to the floor. That might not be likely for you, and that's okay. If you want, you can grab that pillow, sliding it underneath. Rachel, how does that feel? Maybe resting your head on the pillow. Just kind of feeling the opening of the hip. Your butt maybe stays high, and that's okay too, and you might just be hanging out a little bit higher. No shame in your game. Do what's right for you. Take a few more breaths here. Nice work. Now start to walk your hands back in. Remove the prop. Keep your legs where they are. Curl your right toes. Inhale, start to lift up. Extend your arms up overhead. Nice. As you exhale, bend to the left. So bring your left hand down to your left leg and bring that right arm up and over and start to feel this side body stretch through the right. Nice. Take a few breaths here. Maybe start to gaze into your right arm or gaze down. What feels better on your neck? As you inhale, bring it back through center. Exhale, release your hands. Bring your left leg back behind you and then drop the knee to the mat. Nice job. Take 2 cat-cows. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale for cat. One more inhale, just kind of resetting. And exhale, nice job. Come back to that neutral spine. Extend your right leg back behind you. Toe faces the floor. Take a breath here, engage the glutes. And then bring the right leg out to the right, foot on the earth. You're on the inside edge. Start to lower your butt towards your heel, getting in the hip opening stretch, taking a few breaths here. Doing what's right for you. Are you on a block? Are you on a pillow? Are you up high? It's cool. I have incredibly tight hips, so I love anything that's great for hip opening. Getting the hips, the hamstrings, the glutes, all really important things to activate and to work and stretch and release for us runners. So Take a few more breaths wherever you are. You've got this. Just allowing this to feel good. We'll get moving shortly. Continuing to breathe. And if you're familiar with Ujjayi breath, you're welcome to cultivate that, start that breath. There's a slight restriction in the back of your throat so that your breath becomes audible. With Ujjayi breath, you're inhaling through your nose and you're exhaling through your nose. So you want to be able to hear it. It's kind of like the sound of an ocean. Almost like to really get it, it's like you're fogging up a mirror. Start to walk your hands back in. Start to lift up. Curl your left toes if they're not curled. On inhale, core strength lifts you up to rise. As you exhale, side bend to the right. Bring your right hand down. Now feel this nice side body stretch through the left side of the body. Bring that top arm up and over. Nice work. Breathe here. Gaze can go up towards the ceiling or towards the floor. What feels better on your neck. Nice work. On your next inhale, bring it back through center. Exhale, release your hands to the mat. Extend your right leg back behind you. Drop your right knee to the mat. 2 cat-cows. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale. Nice work. One more. Make your way back to that neutral spine. And this is my favorite pose. We'll move into a quick little bear pose just to activate the core a little bit more. Toes are curled. Your knees start to hover. Here. Nice. There's this puffing up action through the back of the body. So you're puffing up between the shoulder blades. Your belly button is drawing in. Nice, Rachel. So strong. Get those hands nice and wide. Press the ground away. We're here for 5. We'll meet back in a downward facing dog in 4. You've got this. Last 3, smile. Last 2, come back to your intention. Last 1, downward facing dog. Hips high. Start to pedal out your feet. Bend one knee and then the other. Walk out your dog. Take any little movements that feel nice. And then finding stillness on your mat in your downward facing dog. Bring your feet together and start to tiptoe slowly towards the front of the mat. Keep your legs as straight as you can for as long as you can, then place a slight bend. You should be able to stretch in the back of the hamstrings. So meeting at the front of our mat in our forward fold, you have the option. Hands can interlace at your low back if you want to get a little bit of a shoulder stretch here in your forward fold. You can also keep your hands on the mat or blocks or a foam roller or on a pillow or whatever. You can also grab opposite hand to opposite elbow for our ragdoll pose. Finally, you can also take your hands, interlace them behind the nape of your neck, and think about bringing your head closer towards the floor. Now, you want to place a slight bend in your knees, or a generous bend, because you want your belly to start to rest on your thighs. This forward fold is like the only time we're really can allow to be kind of like loosey-goosey and just let everything go. And visualize all the stress, anxiety, tension that you're feeling, especially during these challenging times as we are spending a lot of time at home. Think about all those things kind of rolling off your back, letting go of anything that doesn't serve you. And just finding freedom. So today's about like finding freedom in the movements, being free like a bird, flying, soaring. So finding a way to release some of that stuff that you're holding onto. Releasing your hands to the mat. Slowly start to rise 1 vertebrae at a time. Arms are going to come up and head comes up last. So find an extended mountain pose. Arms reach up. Shoulders are stacked over your hips. Draw your shoulder blades down. Nice. Pull these ribs in. Good work. Take another breath here. Inhale. As you exhale, forward fold. Hands pull through heart center as you forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back, plank pose. So we'll come through 3 sun A's. We'll drop our knees, knowing that this is always available. Now, belly, chest, and chin to the mat. Excuse me, in one piece. Inhale, low cobra. Chest starts to just peel off the floor. Gaze down, spine long. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Maybe start to lift your palm to really start to feel it in the low back, strengthening that low back. Take another breath here. Inhale. As you exhale, release your palms. Press it back, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, step or jump or walk or whatever. Float to the front of your mat, however you want to get there. Forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Pause here. Bring your hands to your shins or your thighs. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep the back flat and long. So this is nice line of energy out through the crown of your head and the base of tail. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. Extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Plank pose. Step back. Drop your knees or not. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. For an upward dog, pause here. Reach. Tops of the feet are pressing. Knees are lifted. Hips are lifting. Arms are straight. Shoulders are still drawing down. Broaden your collarbone. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice work. One more like this. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, float to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand tall, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful, Rach. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, plank pose, knees drop or not, find your low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, yogi's choice. Exhale, downward facing dog, nice job. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, float to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Listen for the change. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back, drop your right knee, untuck your toes. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Inhale, arms rise up. Pause here. Naturally, we start to round or dump in our low back, and our ribs start to pop forward. I want you to think about drawing your ribs in so you're not leaking energy, and this tailbone tucks to keep your spine long. Nice. Take a breath here. Inhale. As you exhale, plant your hands, plank pose, knees drop or not, lower for your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it through, find low lunge on the right. Drop your back knee, untuck your toes. Arms rise. Notice that your shoulders rise up to your ears. Nice little adjustment, right? Take a breath here, biceps are by your ears, pinkies are spinning in. Take an inhale. As you exhale, step to the front, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back, drop your left knee, keep your toes, arms rise. Inhale, nice work. From here, with your back toes tucked, this can help you feel a deeper stretch in your hip flexor. Take your left arm under your right, find your eagle wrap of your arms. Keep your elbows high. If this is too much, you can grab opposite hand to opposite elbow like I'm demonstrating, not elbow, shoulder, like I'm demonstrating. Then think about bringing your elbows towards the front of the mat without leaning forward. So you should feel this nice stretch in the back in your shoulders. Take a micro back bend. Inhale, start to lift up. Nice work. Exhale, release, plant your hands, plank pose, step it back, lower for your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lift, Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Drop your back knee, keep your toes. Inhale, arms rise up. Find your eagle wrap on this side, bringing right arm under or grab opposite hand to opposite shoulder. Keep the ribs in, keep the tailbone tucked, keep the core and belly engaged, especially when you back bend. You really want to activate the core so you're not just dumping into the low back. Elbows are shoulder height. Take a micro back bend. Nice. Lift up. Breathe. Smile. Take another breath here in. As you exhale, plant your hands, step to the front, forward fold. Adding on, inhale, halfway lift, moving into our first sequence. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, stand tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back, drop your right knee, keep your toes, inhale, arms rise. Nice. As you exhale, easy twist, right hand down inside of your left foot, left arm starts to lift, twisting open towards the left. Notice what's happening with your right shoulder. The tendency is for the shoulder to draw in. Think about drawing it back and drawing your scapula to like the back pocket. Nice work. Take a breath here, inhale. And exhale. On your next breath, you're going to cartwheel open, goddess squat towards the right. So you start to lift up and then bend into both knees. Toes are facing the edges of your mat. Bring your hands to goal post if you want, or we can find the eagle wrap, right arm under. Nice work. Breathe here. Maybe start to bend a little bit into the right leg, to the left leg. Maybe take a little bit of movement, find the freedom in the hips. Then pausing back at center, take a breath in. As you exhale, start to fold forward, straighten your legs, release your hands. Nice job. Walk your hands over to the right, and then walk your hands over to the left, bend into the knee. Take some little side lunges. Nice work. And then we'll walk our hands, or come back to center, walk your hands to the left, finding a runner's lunge. So hands are on either side of your foot. Nice job. Find an easy twist again, this time with the back knee lifted, right hand down, left hand left. Breathe, good work. Take another breath here. Now this time, find Vashisthasana or side plank. Stack your left leg on top of your right. You're welcome to drop your bottom knee. If you can find or maintain a tree pose like Rachel was doing, bring your foot to the inside of your leg. That's kind of nice too. If you have tree, bring your left hand down, find a tree plank, see if you can maintain this position, and lower all the way to the mat. This will kind of get into the hips. Keep your leg the way it is. Peel your chest off the mat. Think about pressing your left knee into the earth to get that opening. Exhale, release your chest down, straighten your left leg. Inhale, low cobra, again, regular. Exhale, release, press it back, downward facing dog. Nice work. Inhale, right leg lifts, we'll move to the other side. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Drop your left knee, keep your toes. Inhale, arms rise, Anjaneyasana. Left arm under right this time. Find the eagle. Oh, did we do that on this side? No, I got that side. Oh, we're supposed to go into a goddess squat. I don't think I...
No, you're good.
Oh, gosh. Release your arms. Find an easy twist. Left hand down, right hand lifts. Nice work. Opening up towards the right. I was so excited about like adding an extra eagle arm there. I don't know what I was thinking. Open up. Goddess squat. Thanks, Rachel. Okay. Sink your hips low. Goal post your arms. Eagle arms is where I should have added them here. Nice. Now, for an extra challenge, maybe come onto your toes, lift your heels, see if that feels kind of nice. Can you sink your hips a little bit lower? Maybe you pulse a little bit here for 5. Last 4, nice reach for 3. We've got it, gang, for 2. Last 1, hold that goddess squat, take a breath in. As you exhale, forward fold, release your hands to the mat. Bend into your right knee and your left knee, find these little side lunges. And then we'll bend into the right leg, take a moment here and start to walk our hands over to the right, finding our runner's lunge. Bring your hands on either side of your right foot. Come back to the easy twist with the left knee lifted. Open up towards the right side, stacking your shoulders. Breathe here. Check in with this left shoulder. Is it rolling in? Be mindful that it's not. Allow the left shoulder to draw down. Find your side plank or Vashisthasana on this side. Stack your right leg. Lift the hips. Good. Find the tree leg if you can. Breathe. Now bring your right hand down. Can you hold that tree plank with the foot pressing, your right foot pressing into your left leg and left leg pressing into the foot? Lower all the way to the mat. Inhale, low cobra or baby cobra. Press your right knee down. Chest lifts. And then exhale, release. Release your right leg. Come back to a regular cobra. Inhale, pull your chest up. Good. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Nice job. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale, side out, ha. Last little bit. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through, high crescent lunge. Keep the back knee lifted, arms rise. Bring your hands together at heart center. Take an inhale. As you exhale, prayer twist to the left. Hook your right elbow over your left leg. Start to peel open. Your hips are staying square to the front. The twist comes from your ribs. So think about all these twisting. You're rinsing and releasing, letting go of anything that isn't serving you, getting rid of any stuck energy. On your next inhale, open up warrior 2. Find your eagle arms here with your right arm under. Now bring your arms to the front, gaze towards the right. Good. And then inhale, bring it back through center. Bring your arms to the right, gaze towards the left. And then inhale, bring it back through center. Take a micro back bend here. As you exhale, humble warrior variation with eagle arms. Start to lower or bring your chest towards the right side of your mat. Try to keep your left hip back. Press into the outside edge of your back leg to kind of help with stabilization here. Nice work, you're breathing. Good. With control, rise back up, open up, warrior 2. Good. From your warrior 2, find your back, take your way back to your high crescent lunge, pivoting on your back foot. Inhale, arms rise. Take your right arm under left. Start to shift your way into a one-legged mountain pose. Bring your right knee into your chest. Get your right knee up nice and high and cross your right leg over. Find your eagle pose. Now, you can single wrap, double wrap like Rachel's demonstrating. You can also bring your toes to the mat, which I have. Nice job. Good. Squeeze here. This is our peak pose. Bring everything into midline. Squeezing the thighs together. If you want, you can nest or sleep your eagle, bringing your elbows to your knee. And then maybe lifting it back up. Do that 2 more times. Elbows to knee. Nice work. Inhale. If you hobble out, that's part of the fun. That's the yoga, man. Inhale, come back up. It's cool. Last one. Now, keeping the elbow to knee, can you uncross your legs in this position? Find a quick little eagle airplane. With control, step your right foot back. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Arms extend up overhead. Release, yes. Exhale, plant your hands. Plank pose. Flow through your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last side. Inhale, right leg lifts, and we cool it down. Exhale, step it through, high crescent lunge. Inhale, arms rise up. Bring your hands together at heart center. Give me a twist to the right. Hook your left elbow. Stay bent in the right knee. Keep the back heel lifted. If you need to, you can drop the bottom knee, but we're only here for a few more breaths. Remember to keep your hips square to the front. The twist comes from the ribs. Breathe here. Are you breathing? Can you come back to your intention? Can you smile? Can you find freedom in this pose? As you inhale, open up, warrior two. Good. Take your left arm under your right arm. Find the eagle wrap of your arms. Bring your elbows to the front, gaze to the left. And then inhale, bring it back through center. Arms to the left, gaze to the right. Inhale, bring it back to center. Take a micro back bend. Exhale, forward fold, humble warrior, eagle arm variation. Think about bringing your right hip back, tucking that under. Press into the outside edge of your left foot, finding your strength and balance here. Try not to rest on your right thigh. Keep everything hugging in. Crown of the head is reaching towards the floor. Feel the stretch. You're working really hard. You're doing great. With control, inhale, lift you back up. Open up your arms. Good. Exhale. Inhale, pivot to the front, high crescent lunge. Left arm under right, find your eagle arms. Start to shift your weight into your right foot, one-legged mountain. Left knee draws into your chest. So really ground down, stabilize in the left leg. Cross your left leg over, find your eagle wrap. Single, double wrap, yogi's choice. Or kickstand, bringing your left toes to the mat. Beautiful bridge. If you want, nest your eagle 3 times here, elbow to knee, tapping into that core strength. So you're working on strength and balance. Good. You're almost there. Last one. Holding here. Unwrap your left leg. Find this eagle little airplane variation. Extend your left leg towards the mat slowly with control. Release the left foot down. Inhale, arms rise up. High crescent lunge. Exhale, plant your hands. Nice work. Find your vinyasa here. Inhale, upward facing dog, or skip it. Meet us back in downward facing dog. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Good work. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, half pigeon. So we'll cool it down. If half pigeon doesn't feel good for you, come onto your back. Take a figure 4. Cross your left leg over your right. Lift your right leg, grab behind the right thigh, or keep your right foot to the mat. Other option, in pigeon, Rachel just grabbed a block. You slide a block into your left hip. Now just be mindful of your right heel. Is your heel in line with your hip? Are your toes facing the back? Are they externally rotating or internally rotating? So be mindful. That gives you an indicator of what's happening with your hips. So you want to stay squared. Now that pillow, you can bring your third eye to rest on a pillow or rest on a block or anything else that you might have. Or if you're like Rachel, maybe your third eye connects right to the mat, and that's okay too. Wherever you are, we're here just for a few breaths. Just kind of get rid of the tension in the hips. Just breathe and notice what you notice. Just start to notice what comes up for you. Taking 2 more breaths here. And then bring your hands back in. Take your right leg, bring it to the front of your mat. We're going to find Jani Shirshasana. So you're going to take your left foot. I said you're going to. Take your left foot inside of your right leg. Grab a block here. This has been my little favorite. I'm going to do this with you too. It's been my new little favorite stretch. Pivot so that your chest faces the right leg. Inhale, arms extend up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe bring your third eye to the block, which is kind of nice, and grab for your feet if you can, or any part of the leg that you can. I've been enjoying really resting. If you're like Rachel and you need extra, I don't know if you can see it. Let me adjust the camera so you can see her. If grabbing the foot is almost too easy and you need a little bit more, you can bring the block behind the foot like she's demonstrating here. Nice. As you inhale, bring it back through center. Arms extend up. Exhale, release your hands. Bring your right foot to the back of your mat. Come back to that half pigeon pose. And then bring it back downward facing dog. And we'll get ready for half pigeon on the other side. Inhale, extend your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Now, ideally, your shin is parallel to the front of your mat, but that might not work for you today. I can't necessarily get there myself, and that's okay. You want to flex your toes and help protect your knee. Slide that block under the hip, gaze back. Nice, Rachel, I saw you. Make sure that your hips were square and in line. Your toes are facing the back of the mat, and then you find your sleepy pigeon as you start to bend forward. Again, if this doesn't feel good, you can come onto your back for your figure 4 pose. We'll take a few breaths here. And anywhere, just notice any areas of tightness or tension, and think about sending your breath to those tight areas. So breathe. Crown of the head is reaching towards the floor. Doing great. And just notice if you're starting to like scrunch up your face or clench your jaw. Think about letting go. Take 2 more breaths here. Next inhale, start to walk your hands back in. Bring your left leg out to the left corner of your mat. Keep your right foot in. Maybe grab that block. Take a breath. Inhale, arms extend. Gaze over to the left leg, turn your torso. Exhale, forward fold. Rest your third end. The block if you want, or you can bring a pillow. It's kind of nice. Feel a stretch in the left hamstring. Or bring the block behind your foot like Rachel's demonstrating. If you need a little bit more, try to keep, you're hinging at the hips, so try to keep the flat back also. Breathe. On your inhale, start to lift back up, arms extend up overhead. As you exhale, plant your hands down, bring your left foot behind you, come back to your half pigeon, and then press it back to your downward facing dog. Release your right foot to the mat. Good. Bend your knees, gaze forward, step halfway up your mat, lower onto your bottom, lower onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Find a happy baby. Grab the outside edges of your feet. Start to sway a little bit side to side. Nice job. And then bring it back through center with your left leg, hugging in. Extend your right leg long. Feel this little psoas stretch. Take a breath here. Inhale. As you exhale, spinal twist. Allow your left knee to fall over to the right. Tee out your arm or create a goalpost. So gaze to the ceiling or towards the left. You're looking away from the twist. Good. She's a warrior, Rach. Okay. She's repping Empower Yoga in her warrior shirt. As you inhale, bring it back through center. Hug both knees into your chest, and we'll come into the other side. Extend your left leg long. Draw your right knee in. Breathe. Here, smile. Take a breath. As you exhale, allow your right leg to fall over to the left. Use your left arm as a guide. Right arm tees out to the side. If there's any final pose or posture that's really calling to you, take a moment now. You're welcome to come there. Otherwise, we're going to take a few more breaths, and we'll set up for our final resting pose. Nice job today. I hope you feel good, feel a little bit more open, maybe feel a little bit more free. Maybe you have more freedom in your legs today. Freedom in the hips. You feel so strong? Good, so strong. Working a lot of grounding, stabilizing, strengthening. So we did a lot of work with the shoulders and with the legs. You should feel kind of nice. As you inhale, bring it back through center. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll up to a nice tiny ball. And then as you exhale, release your legs, release your arms, palms face the ceiling, ready to receive all that the universe has to offer you. Take a few moments here in your final rest. I will call you out of it, not here very long, but just allow yourself to be. A lot of times we want to skip the last part of class or Shavasana, but this is your reward for your hard work. So give yourself permission to just be, to allow your body to melt into your mat, to take a few moments to allow yourself to feel the effects of your hard work and your practice. So breathe and release. Beginning to bring some movement back into your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Arms can reach up overhead for a full body stretch. Breathe. Draw your gaze into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Take a moment here to thank your body for its hard work this morning. And thank yourself for all the hard work your body does for you each and every day. Roll over onto your right side. Fetal position. Take a moment. So getting ready to reawaken. It's like you're reborn. Begin this day again. Take a moment to come back to the intention that you set, and maybe keep that intention with you throughout your day. Maybe your week, finding freedom. Even in this isolation, we feel a little trapped, but how can you find freedom where you are? How can you love yourself a little bit more and be a little bit kinder to yourself? Find a little bit of peace. As you inhale, come back through center, lift or find a seated position. Bring your hands together at heart center. Take a bow to yourself for showing up, for making the time on your mat, bowing to one another for being here and breathing with us. We appreciate you. Together we say namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you all for joining. We will be here next week. Our last little yoga for runners, so be sure to check it out. Be sure to check out the blog post. Also, Headsweats is having tons of sales, so be sure to check that out. It was like 20% off, 25% off the other day. So lots of cool things, lots of cool gear. I know a lot of races are kind of getting canceled, but I think it's still important to keep training, get out there, enjoy the beautiful day, get some fresh air, and at a minimum, you can have some really cool gear. So check out their hats and clothes and other stuff. If you need anything, leave a comment. Happy to get back to you. You're welcome to follow me at Iron Yogi 14 on Instagram. Visit the studio, empoweryoganj.com. Click on our schedule link. We have live Zoom classes all day, every day. Great for all levels and abilities. So just come check us out. We look forward to seeing you again, if not on Zoom, maybe next week at Facebook Live. So enjoy your day, everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay well. Happy Wednesday. Come in and shut it off.